You own a home and the mortgage attached to the home is probably the largest debt you have. You feel like your finances are in pretty good shape, and at this point, you're trying to find a way to pay that mortgage off faster. Being mortgage-free sounds amazing, and some of the happiest people I know have no debt whatsoever. However, every situation is a little different. So when you're considering the accelerated payoff of your mortgage, there's a lot of things to consider. A question I get a lot is around biweekly mortgage payments, and the way it's presented is it's basically a mortgage hack. So what I'm going to do pretty quickly in this video here is talk about the pros, cons, what to consider, and ultimately help you determine if it's the right approach for you. The strategy behind biweekly payments is really pretty simple. So the standard repayment schedule of a mortgage is monthly payments. So over the course of a year, you make 12 payments. However, if you break your payments into biweekly payments, so every 2 weeks you make a payment, there's a couple months within the year that have an extra week in there. So you end up making 2 extra halves of a payment. So ultimately 1 extra payment over the course of the year. This extra payment that you end up making throughout the year goes directly to the principal. So if this is done, every payment moving forward, you can imagine that you start attacking that principal balance pretty aggressively. And over the course of the mortgage, you actually cut off about 5 years of repayment of the loan. One consideration to make is mortgage interest rates are generally the lowest interest rates that you'll pay, and that kind of ebbs and flows along with the financial markets. So one thing to consider is before you take your hard-earned cash and park it in the property as equity, have you paid off all other high interest debt? Do you have an emergency fund? Have you met with your financial planner to ensure your investments are on track and proper insurances are in place? So what's the downside of a biweekly repayment plan? First, a lot of mortgage servicers just don't offer it. Secondly, those that do offer it generally charge at minimum an upfront fee and some an annual fee, which can be a bit counterproductive. And then thirdly, those that do offer it, may not actually offer a true biweekly repayment plan. They may give you the ability to pay your mortgage payment every 2 weeks. However, as those payments come in, they could sit in what they call a suspense account, so not actually applied to the principal of the loan. When the full payment's received at the end of the month, then it's applied, really not accomplishing anything. However, there is an alternative, and I really like this option because it fits with all mortgage servicers. There's no additional costs entailed, and it's really pretty straightforward. To accomplish the same thing as a biweekly repayment plan, what you can do is take your full monthly payment, divide it by 12, and add that to your monthly payment. So come the end of the year, you'll have made 1 extra payment throughout the year. You do that year over year over year, you accomplish the same thing, and basically pay your mortgage off 5 years faster. As mentioned earlier, we all want to be debt-free. We all want to pay off our mortgage. However, it's not always the perfect approach for some individuals. So if you'd like to discuss and determine if this appears to be the best place to be putting your excess cash flow on a monthly basis, feel free to give me a call. Would love to have the conversation with you and make sure you're headed down the right path.